Hey, Phil Steele here. If you took my Photoshop AI course, you've seen how replacing a background can sometimes cause problems with the edges of your object, where they get all mutated. And we saw that you can fix this by pasting the original object back on top of a clean version of the background. But when you do that, it looks pasted in until you recover the shadow that was lost from your subject. And we looked at how you do that with masks. Well, now we want to look at a similar case where you might need to recover a shadow, but this time it's kind of the reverse scenario. Instead of replacing a background, you might need to do this shadow trick when you add a new generated object to your photo. Let's see an example. So here I have a photo of an old church, and I like the medieval feel of it, so just for fun, let's say I want to add a knight in armor riding a horse in front of this church. So the first thing we always do, of course, is we select the area where we want the new generated object to appear. So I'm just going to use the lasso tool. I'm just going to draw a shape vaguely. That's where I want the knight to appear. And now while that's selected, I go to the generative fill box and I just type in knight on horse. And boom, Photoshop added a knight and it looks great and the lighting is all right. But what happened to the background? Look what happened to my church. Let me hide the layer where the knight is. This is what the church is supposed to look like. And now, look, the door disappeared and it looks like it's crumbling and this part looks like an airport or something. So this is the problem that often happens when you generate a new object. You just want the new object, but the background gets all mutilated around your new object. Now, sometimes that doesn't matter. If it's just a bunch of trees or something uniform in the background, then it may not matter at all. But when there's a man-made object like this church, sometimes it's a total disaster with the way it gets changed around your new subject. So how can we avoid this? Well, it's a very similar process to what we did with that car in the background lesson. Once again, we're going to solve it by pasting our subject back into the final photo. But this time, because our subject was created by Photoshop, we first need to isolate it and copy it. And conveniently, Photoshop has a command for that. So I'm going to the Select menu, and I'm going to select Subject. And you can see Photoshop perfectly selected the new subject that it created, the knight on the horse. So now I'm just going to copy it with Command-C on my Mac or Control-C on a PC. It is now copied to the clipboard. Now that it's copied, I'm just going to hide this layer where the new subject was created. So now that I hid that layer, I'm back to my original background layer, my original church. And now I'm going to paste this new subject back in. Boom. So now I have the new knight and my original church that's not all mutilated. But there's only one problem. It looks very pasted in because the shadow is missing. It's the shadow under the horse that ties the whole thing together and makes it look like it really belongs in the scene, and we lost the shadow. So how do we get it back? Well, we know that the shadow exists on this layer where the knight was created, so I'm going to turn that layer back on. So we see the shadow there now that this layer is turned on, but this is also the layer that has the mutilated church, which we don't want. So how could we just get this little part of the layer where the shadow is without getting the rest of the layer where the church is all destroyed? Well, very conveniently, this layer already has a black mask on it. Now, if you don't understand masks, I have a whole lesson in my Photoshop Basics course just on masks, so you can learn it there if you like. I'll put a link to that below. For now, I'm just going to show you how to do it. Now, since we have a black mask on this layer, I can just paint more black on that mask to hide parts of this layer that we don't want to see. In this case, I can hide everything except the shadow. So with that mask selected, I just want to get my brush tool. I'm going to type B to get my brush. I want to make sure black is selected. And I want to make sure my opacity is 100%. I'm going to make my brush a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to paint now on this mask to wipe out the things in the background that I don't want to see. You can see it's just taking that all away right down to the layer with the good church that I wanted. And it's all back there just like we want it. And I just have to avoid wiping out the shadow. You can see I'm taking everything and I'm just leaving the shadow on that layer. I think I got it all. Oh, nope, there's more of the church there. So there, now we have our shadow back and it looks perfect, and it's the shadow that grounds this subject into the scene. So this is how you can get your original perfect background and your new generated subject all together. If you'd like to see more of this kind of stuff, I have a whole course called Photoshop AI Made Easy. It's on my website at steeltraining.com. I'll put a link to it down below. I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.